In today's video, we're going to talk about two things that you can do to make asking for help at work easier and less stressful. We'll talk about a couple of really important ideas to remember when asking for help at work and some vocabulary that you can use as well. My name is Chris. This is Breakout Business English, and let's get started. Our first tip today is to show people that you've already tried to solve the problem yourself, on your own, by yourself. If we can show our colleagues that we've tried to solve a problem and maybe show them the different things that we have tried, then they're much more likely to understand why we're asking for help and much more likely to help us. Let's look at some natural and native sounding ways that we can do this. I've looked at every way I can possibly think of to solve this, and I just can't come up with a solution. I've spent a couple of hours searching through the internet trying to find a solution, but I can't for the life of me figure out how to do this. I've been working on this all day and I'm having no luck at all. I've tried everything I can possibly think of, and I don't think I'm any closer to solving this problem. Of course, when you're using these phrases and these ideas, it's important to go into detail. There's no need to spend 20 minutes explaining to them exactly what you've done, but mentioning a couple of resources you've looked at and maybe a couple of things that you have already tried can be really useful here. There were a few pieces of great vocabulary in there. If you're particularly interested to hear more about any of them, then please write down in the comments what you heard and what you'd like to ask about. But I'm just going to mention this one. No luck. To have no luck. If I say I'm having no luck with something, or I had no luck with something, this means that I'm disappointed with the way something has gone. It has not happened the way that I expected it to. So maybe I've been looking for a particular book and I've spent an hour, maybe 2 hours, walking around the town centre, going into shops, searching for this book. I could say, I've had no luck. I haven't found it. So we can use the phrase no luck or I've had no luck to show that something hasn't quite happened the way we had hoped. Our second tip today can be divided into three parts to find the best person in the best place at the best time. If you ask yourself these three questions, who is the best person to ask? Where is the best place to ask them? And when is the best time to ask them? Then you are giving yourself the best chance of success. If you ask someone who probably doesn't know the answer to your question, you ask them while they're getting into their car at about 6 p.m., then you're probably not going to get the best response. So, once you've identified someone who probably knows the answer to your question, you've decided the best place to ask them this question, and you've figured out the best time to ask them, then we should let them know that we have asked all of these questions and decided that they, at this time, in this place, are the right person to ask. Let's see how we can show that we've thought carefully about these things with some natural and native sounding English. You're probably the person here who knows this stuff best, and I didn't want to bother you earlier. Do you have a second to talk? I know you're always up on how this stuff works. Could you spare a minute to show me where I'm going wrong? I hope you don't mind me asking, but you always seem to know the best way to go about these things. Could you spare a moment just to help me out? Again, we have some great vocabulary in here to make you sound more natural and native. Things like, could you show me where I'm going wrong? Which I really like. What I'd say here is pay attention to how you're asking people to help you. Here, you can see that we're often asking for someone's time. Could you spare a moment? Do you have a minute? Or maybe do you have a second? Which really mean the same thing. But remember, our time is the most valuable thing that we have. And if you can show people that you understand that you're asking for their time, and you also understand that their time is valuable, then again, you're increasing your chances of someone saying yes and helping you out. This video is part one of a three-part series on how to ask for help at work. If you'd like to see part two, that is linked right over here, and I'll see you next time.